Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the, what is this? The Heart of America 200 at Kansas Speedway. Race 8, I think, of 23 for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. In the heartland of America, my favorite 1.5 mile racetrack, that is. 36 cars in the field, and with them we have Justin Carroll finally qualifying for his first ever race, along with Tony Breidinger making her debut with Tricon Garage. What's Victoria's secret? We may never know. Christian Eckes won career pole number 4 with Kyle Busch making up the outside row. I'm filling up the front row on the outside, and I will not be going over the starting lineup because I had to take some emergency measures right before the race started, so I didn't have time to go over the darn lineup. Alright, my analytics are taking a dive lately, so I'm setting my bar a little lower than usual. Way lower than usual. You know, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Channels can have ebbs and flows. Anyway, okay, volume up so you can hear.
Milestone moment. We all know there is nothing quite like a first race.
No doubt going to be a fun story to watch for us this evening as Tony makes her first ever start here and doing it in very good equipment. Tricon has been delivering all season long for
sure.
David Gilliland.
Very respectable qualifying effort for her as well. There's our first onboard camera. We're hopping on with Matt Craftsman. We're going to ride along with him. And look at this view out that front windshield. It's going to be so much fun to watch him dice it up and do battle tonight. And there you go.
All right.
That's the old driver's eyeball.
Matt Craftsman, who has raced at every single race at Kansas in the Truck Series.
Feels like
Since
this to me
the first one in
I can't see
01.
very well right here as he's looking, because he's looking at his tack, right? So this is not a speedometer. This is not anything like you have in your street car. You have to do it off of RPM and those lights as you go down pit road. So one light too many,
You're in trouble.
probably a ticket. 88 to the rear.
That's right. And then we're also going to hop on the 43, the race.
Cool to see like the rev
onboard
amount.
camera. You can see Daniel Dye there in his cockpit getting ready to do battle from the 10th position. He's always we call
great
him
qualifying
our
run
reporter because he always seems to dive through.
Yeah, that 43 has struggled. New crew chief, I think it's Blake Bainridge.
Word with Ross Chastain. He's heading to the back, which is fun for us. Let's see how he feels about it. Ross Chastain, you're slow on the back straightaway. Come in. It's Michael Waltrip.
Oh, darn it, Mikey. Am I doing this wrong?
Nah, I heard you're going to the back, and we're sorry for you, but we're happy for us because you're going to be a thrill to watch come through the field. How you feeling about the 41 truck tonight, bud?
Pretty good, man. Mike Hillman Jr.
So I will cut tomorrow's stream short because I have an exam right at the end, and it's quite a bit of ways away to walk, so I don't want to take any chances.
Not how we've been drawing up the starts, but we keep bringing fast trucks like this. We'll be all right.
Yeah, you'll be smashing watermelons before you know it. Have fun, bud. We're looking forward to watching.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Talk about big name drivers dropping to the rear. I said it jokingly when we were anticipating that perhaps the tack was not where Matt Crafton wanted it to be. The reality is he does have to go to the rear because he too had an unapproved adjustment after qualifying earlier today. Shouldn't be a problem for him because he, like Kyle Busch, has won here on 3 different occasions. In fact, the last time he won in Truck Series competition was here in 2020. That's 65 races ago, but as Michael would point out to everyone, that is not a winless streak, right?
That doesn't count.
I've had longer.
Yeah. I had one that was a little longer.
Corey Heim, our most recent winner, rolling 12th tonight.
You just got to go with it or not.
All right, my prediction to win, of course, is going to be Kyle Busch because he's the favorite whenever he's in the field.
Keep working on it all night if we need to, and be there.
I think that's an interesting conversation, and I think from a racetrack standpoint,
I hope
knowing
we're all
what you're
having
getting ready
a
to expect on the
wonderful
restarts,
day.
you have to go where they're not. And the other thing that does is it keeps a little bit of air on the
Don't
front of
forget
the
to check out
front of the
latest
vehicle
video.
to help the front end turn. But you literally have to do what you have to do to try to keep the pedal down, to keep your momentum going, so that you can put yourself in a position to pass as many as you can on these restarts.
And I think just being tucked out against that outside wall is something we're going to see a lot of, and you got to be so precise to pull that off all race long.
Hi, Barso. I always run by the tack when the vehicle has one. We don't just have a speedometer. I'm always speeding every time I look down.
Here depend on your pusher, so I think
every time I look down.
We'll see the momentum, and a lot of times what will happen is you'll get beat a little bit into turn 1, and as you get off of turn 2, if you can stay side by side, you can get a better run down the back straightaway.
And plus, he's going to take the shortest
route
down
up
to turn 1 as he can. So as he crosses that start-finish line, he'll be trying to cheat it to the bottom.
Stay above that white line.
Great night for racing. Here we go with a
all right, here they go. We're green at Kansas for the Heart of America 200. Already spreading out 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide almost.
Look at them, 3 wide already.
Why not? Ty Majeski in the 98. A little help from the 38.
All right, Christian Eckes all the way out there in that lead. Second is Ben Rhodes. It's 2 wide for third between, 3 wide now. Enfinger, Zane Smith, and Chase Purdy. Meanwhile, I don't see where the 55 went at all.
It really is, and the progressive banking here from a
man, they're really jogging out. Here comes Kyle Busch now to third.
23 there.
Grant Enfinger in the 23. This has been a really good track for him. Racing for the 7th spot.
That's a nice corner for Grant. He's able to go up and clear Zane and get right on the bumper of Chase Purdy.
Jake Garcia hanging tough in the 3rd.
Daniel Dye trying to hold on to his spot. He lost 5 positions on the restart. He's still going backwards like a fucking vacuum.
And see them bouncing off one of each other. Check out Enfinger and Zane Smith trying to side draft. Probably thought of it at the same time.
Very loose.
One went right, one
They're
went
just
left,
weaving around.
As we see the sun shining.
How the hell is Tim Beans 8 seconds behind in 2 laps? That's just pathetic. I'm rounding down from 8.8. So that probably shouldn't even count.
It got spread out a little bit quicker than I thought it would. I
think that's pathetic. Oh, Tim Bean's a lap down. Brilliant.
Because right now,
and the one truck with Tony Breidinger is already the 3rd to last car in running position, which is pathetic.
It depends.
The less said about the 13 backsliding, the better. Right there.
For me, I would rather the car start.
That 13 has just gone backwards.
Have the racetrack
it's painful
come to me as the night goes, but that seems to be the trend.
Ross Chastain's sneaking.
All right, Chastain on the back of Dean Thompson. Don't wreck another guy, please.
Stuart Friesen on the inside, and that's Dean Thompson. He was pushing.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Looks like Ross has got a good truck, being able to make some spots early. Dean rallies on the outside. I've been impressed with Dean Thompson this year. He just got more speed than we've seen, and he does a nice job. Just finished the ARCA race on this track, so he's familiar with the surface.
And didn't just finish it, ran up front all day long with second.
I don't know how do you run that truck that badly?
Yellow truck. He's trying to follow Ross Chastain up through. There's that beautiful view.
We can see a lot better now.
That's right.
Not looking at his tack, but you hear how low the RPMs are right there.
He is working the wheel, huh?
That's exactly right. He's working his foot too.
Yeah, when those trucks get side by side in front of you, what happens is the air comes off of the front of the truck, and the front of that truck starts to get light, and you have to start pedaling the truck. And you see Matt kind of sawing at the wheel there.
How big of a factor is that sun? We saw that blind spot there.
Yeah, as you go through
Rhodes is starting to catch up to Christian Eckes.
Blast of the sun just there briefly, but. I think that'll go away.
And here he comes right now. Rhodes dives to the inside as he enters 3, and he sweeps in to take the lead, tries to slide up for the slot, make sure that the 19 doesn't get a run, and he's successful.
We talked to Christian in the garage, Adam, and he said this is the fastest truck he's ever had. Ben Rhodes must have a pretty fast truck as well as Christian tries
Eckes coming down again to the inside, try and take back the spot.
See who's lurking back there.
Kyle Busch is lurking, that's who.
Kevin's bold pick. getting ready to go up here and challenge for the lead.
Yeah, well, I went way out on a limb there, Michael. So, you know, I think Kyle's experience really lends itself to these types of situations where you have to know how much drag to put in your truck or take out of your truck, and what the truck needs to feel like as far as handling. And at KBM they've done this for years, so they know, hey, if we don't qualify on the pole, he still qualified well, but they know that they have to do what they need to do with the downforce in order to be able to go to the bottom like that, to be able to be behind a truck and not have to lift and when the front end's tight.
And all this right now is just learning too. He went down there pretty quickly just to say, you know, hey, can I clear him down here? He finds out he can't, so now Kyle will figure out another way to go at passing Eckes.
How about the new man out front, Josh?
Yeah, and Ben Rhodes is a guy that's extremely
Kyle Busch
confident.
still trying to bite at the tail of the 19 for a second.
I made a slight mistake during qualifying. I took my foot off the gas because I nearly wrecked, but he said, I have a very, very good truck, and this could be a very good night for him. And this is a guy that is very upset that he's third in the points right now. He said he looks at years past, and he's been way ahead of where he is right now. Third in the points, not bad for most guys, but for Ben Rhodes, a champion, he said that's not good enough.
Not where he wants to be, but a huge advantage over the cut line. He'll be running for a title later this season.
All right.
Ben Rhodes, your leader.
It's a 30-lap stage. We're 10 laps in, and we're going to commercial.
I'm looking for a partner that I can invest $250,000 in. I'm looking for my next food star.
I want to be national.
The person who I'll be investing in is
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars. Premieres Wednesday, May 24th on Fox. Next on Behind the Series.
Let me tell you about the greatest roster ever assembled.
The monster, the outlaw, and you can't forget about the boss.
Sometimes you just want to eat your heroes. The Subway Series, the greatest menu of all time.
This week is your chance to try.
Oh, come on. 2 in a row for the same damn company? Are you kidding me?
Just buy any footlong in the app and get one free.
Everyone loves free stuff, Chuck.
Can we get paid in a footlong? Get it before it's gone on the Subway app.
Looks like you got a corner office.
I have been alerted on my phone from a friend that Colby Howard has hit the wall. Right now it still says green on my thing. Maybe they'll say yellow for the next lap.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1 longest lasting AA battery. USAA.
No, we're still green. He just fell back quite a few
They
positions.
also have banking plus advice and other perks.
Please, D. Haley, get past the damn 9.
Because we've got USAA. USAA, the military community, and their families.
A couple of weeks ago in Kansas City, they hosted the NFL draft. This weekend, though, all about NASCAR and the high speeds across the state lines in Kansas City, Kansas. Home to Kansas Speedway, and tonight hosting the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. And from the booth here, looking out across the back straightaway, you can see the city. And there is the man that is leading this race. 6 laps out front early for the pole sitter, Christian Eckes. Ben Rhodes takes over. And while we were away, Kyle Busch able to get by Eckes.
And Kyle Busch closing in on the 99.
Running second. Eckes is in third, but he's got company. There's Zane Smith.
Yeah, Zane closed right down on Eckes as soon as Kyle got around him, and Kyle has set sail. He was the fastest truck the last lap by some 3/10. So everything is going to plan for him, it appears. We noticed that in practice earlier, Adam. He only ran 13 laps, but it took him to about his 10th lap to run his fast one. And that's just bad news for the competition when a truck just gets better and better.
Oh, what's
like
that?
For third,
38,
Zane
passing
Smith
the
in 38.
19.
He did it.
Yeah, And you know, I think as you go through the night, being able to make those passes in the middle lane or the bottom lane.
Wow, the 13 finally passed the 9.
Some
What
speed
do you
down the
fucking
straightaway
do?
right there. As
Anyways,
long as he can keep defending himself, that's really what you want. You can't just run the top lane and not be able to turn the truck down to the middle lane or run the bottom lane and make passes, especially when you see the Eckes truck right there, who's struggling a little bit from a handling standpoint compared to the 38 and the 51 and 99. But
yeah, 99 and Ben Rhodes, he's able to hold off Kyle. It's keeping about 6-8 truck lengths between them. As you see there, racing down in the corner. Ben's running just as high on the racetrack. They're running about the same line.
Yeah, and for Kyle, he caught him, like you said, 3.5, 4 tenths for a couple of laps there. And when you run the high line like that, and you have to carry so much momentum with these trucks, what happens is you wind up losing the front of the truck.
Fastest car on track is Ben Rhodes. The only him and only a few others are still in the 32-second bracket.
When he goes into turn 3, that's the direction that the wind has been blowing all day and still is.
All right, and Chase Purdy passes Christian Eckes. So
to try to keep
Eckes' truck is fast to start, but falls off in the middle of a run.
So his teammate Chase Purdy, he's hanging in early, Michael.
Yeah, he's running in the 4th position. I'm just curious. Oh, look at that. We saw some slipping and sliding there for Chase. Let's hear what he's saying on the radio.
Also, Franklin, for those you need here. Clear. Come on, man, focus. These two guys are dragging us back. We're faster than Came.
Oh!
He's 35 ahead of you.
That 4 is loose.
Come on. Go get that 19. He ain't better than you. Don't let him think he's better than you.
God damn. That's
Wow, that was exciting.
I might have to say, could you turn your radio off, please?
I want you to hit the pace car.
If you're watching on TV, but I'm sideways.
Hit
I'm hanging
the
on
pace car.
And doing a nice job running inside the top 5.
There's my bad Robert Duvall impression.
Here comes Grant Enfinger, the 23.
You said it, Adam. He's been really good here. Looks like he's got a great number 23 Chevy. Salute to the military from Chevrolet. That's a beautiful red, white, and blue truck.
Oh, there goes Nick Lights.
And our first caution of the night. And this is going to be for Nick Lights.
Mason Maggio will get the free pass.
He gets her cranked up.
No harm, no foul. On this side.
Ben Rhodes has led 14 laps tonight. He had led 6 laps in the first 7 races of the season coming in.
Just for the camera,
Lights,
not
who brings
for
out our
else.
first caution, he was running 30th when it got away from him.
That's just the classic losing the battle.
Right in front of the 1. My God.
It's just this is a very difficult racetrack to. Got lucky not to slide into the inside wall.
Yeah.
But this is a very difficult racetrack to explain to the young guys when you have such short practices and they can hold their foot wide open on the throttle, that you're going to have to make the truck handle. It's like, man, my truck feels great, feels good. And then all of a sudden you get a moment like that and it just slides out from underneath you.
And that's what it did. Nick Lights went for a long slide, but he didn't tear anything up, get him some new tires, and continue the learning process.
That's right. That's why they're here. Got to learn.
Restart coming to end stage 1. A little shootout as we're under caution here at Kansas.
A-list celebrities. They'll sing for their lives, but who are they? The Last Singers. Oh no, why the long fade?
The new season is epic, and you can watch anytime with weekly themes.
New York night.
And now we wait as we get everything done under caution.
That will have everyone talking.
What? Somebody's messing with us.
All new Masked Singer, Wednesdays on Fox, or watch anytime on Hulu.
Next on Behind the Series.
Let me tell you about the greatest roster ever assembled.
The monster, the outlaw. You can't forget about the boss.
Sometimes
we just
want to eat your heroes.
The Subway Series, the greatest menu of all time.
This week is your chance to try any Subway footlong for free, like the Subway Series menu. Just buy any footlong in the app and get 1 free.
Everyone loves free stuff, Chuck.
Can we get paid in a footlong? Get it before it's gone on the Subway app.
Anyway, I gotta turn this off. Anyway, Anyway, only the 20 truck is off the track, having pit on lap 2 due to a mechanical failure. Already about a sixth of the way through the race. Oh. Can't wait for the next few days to be done. I'm taking my last ever exams as an undergraduate student. I'll be graduating from good old Yale University. Going to grad school at the University of New Haven. Big moment in a person's life, you know, graduating from college, so hoping I can do my parents proud. That's all I hope for. All right. Pit stops right before the end of the
Doesn't care
stage.
about stage points, but I think if you're Ben Rhodes, you got to stay out and get that playoff point.
Well, we're coming to 6 to go, and then they have to choose 5. So I guess it'll be 4 by the time you take the green. So I think the second half of the field has to think about jumping the stage, don't you?
I do too.
And you mentioned Kyle Busch not going for points. Ross Chastain started in the rear. He's back there in 18th. This is a chance for him to gain some track position. Yeah, flip the stage.
He stalled out. He got up to 18th in a hurry. Is Ben Rhodes going to come get those points, come get those tires and forget the points? He did.
Mixed bag. Ben Rhodes gives up the lead. Kyle Busch comes down. No surprise there, Josh.
No debate for the 99 team. Ben Rhodes decided they were going to come in and pit. He said that truck was starting to get looser and looser as that run went on, but he doesn't want any adjustments. He said when the sun goes down, he feels like they're going to get more grip. Amanda?
It was a debate for Kyle Busch in the 51, going back and forth with his team on if he wanted track position now or later, but simply the truck is just too tight everywhere. The team was suggesting that they go ahead and make changes like they did in Vegas as they get back to this race.
That's interesting. I thought Ben Rhodes would stay out, but I was wrong. And you know, these teams, and Kevin, you live this, they have a playbook, and it says if the caution comes out now, we're pitting or we're not, and they have those decisions pretty much made before the race starts.
Well, the tires are such an advantage too.
All right,
I
38
think
for
get
God
back up into the points paying positions here. At the end of this
the
stage,
one stayed out. Oh no!
The things that I heard right there.
Wait, I could have sworn she was a lap. Wait,
too tight.
I think she was on the lead lap, but I don't know.
A little bit too loose. I like the.
According to my thing, it says that she's a lap down. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, because I think we see this a lot. The sun goes down, the track cools off, and the front ends are so precise.
If she's there, okay, now she's gone.
The back end struggles to
Thank
keep
God.
up with all that action. So.
Otherwise, she'd be. Wait, or is she? I can't even tell.
You want your car or truck to be a little bit too tight because as the run goes, it seems to free up and get better.
So I saw the one of riding her up there.
Then it seems like it just gets looser, and as it gets darker, it seems to do the same.
I had 6 or 7 lead lap trucks that stayed on track, which means all those drivers that came down pit road going to be in a great position to drive up there and gain some stage points as we wrap up this opening stage. Let's check in on the 98 team here.
What the hell? I told you to stop. I heard 4. 4, Joe. We said 4. 3 pitted. You're right. I think maybe you assume where we're going to pit, but our number, yes. We never changed that number. We probably should have specified. It's all good. 4 commands.
Did we just have a miscommunication?
I think so.
That won the race for Kyle Busch at Talladega a couple of weeks ago, right?
Well, I don't know if it'll win the race today.
When you look at the lineup, Kyle Busch is 8th. So those, I think we agree that tires are going to matter.
Yeah.
And you're just going to be in big trouble.
Well, Ben Rhodes agrees with that strategy. He's racing for a championship, and he pitted just like Kyle Busch did. This when you do that, when you have that strategy and you pit and you ride around another lap under caution, nothing gets on your nerves much more.
Oh man,
a race car driver wants to go, baby.
Yeah, when you have those guys sitting up there on old tires and you've got those new tires on, and then all of a sudden you see the caution flag fly for an extra lap.
Oh,
like,
glory to God car in the top 10.
Is the caution
Gee, that's not gonna hurt. Might not hurt anything at all.
Entertaining radio tonight.
Okay, I don't know why the one was up there. Then I could have sworn I saw the one.
We might get more than we bargained for.
Well, for example, Kevin, the fastest lap of the race was Christian Eckes at a 31:17, and they fell off about a second in that bit of a run. So
okay, my thing says she's a lap down, which is
going to be big on
sad.
This restart. And as promised,
okay, there's the one up. Is the one getting a free pass?
This restart. There's no way around. There's too much racetrack out there that these guys.
One got the free pass apparently.
And there's all those guys know they have new tires, so those.
Like, I don't know.
Like
free pass.
And those guys know it. They want to go wherever they can. But at some point, there's too many trucks, and there's not anywhere to go.
I don't know what the hell they're doing. Are they?
So
it's like, are we going? Is it one to go? Is it not one to go? We don't know. I don't know what the hell is taking so long. This is a single car spin 6 laps ago. Why are we taking so long?
Under the caution, Kevin, you're getting madder now. If you're right here, Matt Crafton, I want to go.
I'm mad standing right here. I'll be honest with you. I don't exactly know what's happening with the caution flag here.
Well, we're coming back to 1 to go, so we know we're going to have a short wait.
A 2-lap shootout.
These guys
this is just fucking weird.
While we're
Thank God,
we're
just
looking
a truck
forward
race.
to this. Dirt, the last great American sport. It premieres May 16th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. Here's a preview.
Dirt sprint cars and midgets, there's nothing like it. The power, the out of control. You're on the edge of your seat the entire time.
Everything you do is so fast. Racing obviously is dangerous. At the end of the day, I'm more alive being a race car driver than not. This is dirt.
We look forward to that May 16th, FS1, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
That gave me cold chills. Those guys are intense. That's going to be fun to watch on FS1.
And now, I believe we're going to get the choose here.
And Zane takes the bottom. I like that. I like it because you can protect that bottom and somebody can't slip inside. How would you play that out, Kevin?
I like the bottom as well. I think some of it depends on. Yeah, well, you're going to go through turns 1 and 2 wide open, no matter what lane you're in. So if you get a good launch and you can protect the bottom and get a good push, usually off of turn 2 you will prevail. But you never know who's going to push and shove the best. So that's really what it boils down to.
A few penalties on that cycle of stops. The 20 of Nick Lights, also 33 of Mason Maggio. And unfortunately, uncontrolled tire for the 43 of Daniel Dye, qualified up inside the top 10. Had already lost some spots and a little bit of fuel added to the fire there as they get the penalty on the pit stop.
Of course.
NASCAR is such a family sport. Let's check this out. Find this uncontrolled tire. About halfway down pit road, you're going to see it come rolling out.
There it is.
Responsible party there. Daniel Dye's team.
Okay. Well, that sucks for him.
Going to be 2 laps to go on the stage.
And this is going to be intense.
This is going to be as intense 2 laps as we will see tonight.
Opportunity for Zane Smith here. Already 3 stage wins this season. He's piling up those, Yeah, he's got 1 stage win. I checked that. 1 stage win for Zane Smith this year. So he can get his 2nd stage win, and that would put him at 12 playoff points.
All right, here we go. 2-lap shootout. This can only end in disaster. Zane Smith, Chase Purdy, front row. Here we go.
Wiggling on those older tires. Watch how low Kyle Busch goes.
How can you go? All the way down low, all the way to the floor. Oh, boy. They're really 3 wide. Zane Smith out in front. Corey Heim in 2nd.
Corey Heim through to 2nd in the 11.
Chase Purdy up the outside to 2nd.
There comes Kyle Busch to the inside. He cuts down the 2nd spot ahead of Chase Purdy and Corey Heim. Can he take down the 38 now? Oh, my God.
Final lap Opening stage.
All right, Kyle Busch trying to chase down the 38.
But Kyle Busch is right
Here he
there.
comes.
Come on, man. Zane says you don't need this playoff point. I do, but Kyle to the outside. Oh, he held him off.
Oh, man. And here comes the 99, the 99 of Ben Rhodes.
Here comes Ben.
A push to 51. We got Chevy, Ford, and Ford running up the top 3.
No playoff point here for Zane.
Here we go now. Kyle Busch snookered Zane Smith at the last moment and takes the stage win. Rhodes second, Zane Smith third. Envinger 4th, Purdy 5th, Carruth 6th, Ankrum 7th, Heim 8th, Hosmer 9th, Haley Deegan snookered a stage point. How? I have no idea.
He was fast in practice and had a good first stage there.
For Kyle Busch, it's stage win number 2 in 2023. How good is this racing?
Oh, man, Sanchez got way loose. Man, and so did Tanner. Oh, my God. Damn. How'd he hold on?
It's time to get down to the business of food, and I'm looking to invest.
$250,000.
Of my own money. It's not just an investment, it's a partnership.
Okay. Spencer Boyd will get the free pass.
It has 2.2 horsepower. That's like a go-kart.
Winners hustle and make tough decisions fast.
She dropped the ball.
This was a
See. Interesting. California approving a plan for reparations. Okay. And that's coming from the New York, from my news stuff. Because I pay attention to politics way more than I should. Ask me a state and I'll tell you what I think, how I think it goes for the 2024 election. It's nothing to do. Okay, anyway. Because I have a map that I've made for this that I've made for this election, for that election, and volume will not go back on. Come on. It's like, oh wait, I didn't notice I had turned it off. I'm just an idiot. Okay.
The USFL Week 4 action continues tomorrow on FS1 as the Birmingham Stallions take on the Pittsburgh Maulers. It all kicks off 6:30 Eastern Time on FS1.
You know, a Mauler just sounds like a tough football team. The Maulers. Arr.
Kyle Busch was a mauler on that last restart, wasn't he?
Took him down.
Mowed him right down with those new tires. And Zane did pretty good, actually. He had the clean air and got a good restart and was able to make something out of it. But now he has to pit.
Yeah.
Track position's not going to be good. The extra caution laps kind of took the 5 or 6 laps away that he thought those guys would have on tires, but it is what it is now.
Rajah Carruth and Haley Deegan. Both really strong runs in that first
I can't believe Haley Deegan got a stage point. Did not see it. She made up 12 positions from last stage. Maybe because she pitted, but only 7 cars stayed out. Probably because also a lot of them just fucked up with their turns. And anyways,
in addition to those 4 tires in field, they're going to tighten them up. Amanda?
As he chased Purdy, making his way for his pit stop. It is his 60th truck race here today. Said these last 7 races have made leaps and bounds as a driver under the KBM banner. And for Corey Heim, Martinsville race winner, things have been smooth so far in the race. Haven't heard much from him. And for Zane Smith, said that in the starting part of this race, he was free in turn 3, tight on the bottom, and needed overall grip ahead of the second stage.
And you see the Corey Heim truck have trouble there. It looked like they dropped the jack in the left front tire, or something is not.
Ooh, Corey Heim problems.
Jack it up in the back to get the jack under the left side.
They didn't get the left side correctly.
Not a smooth start to this event for Corey
Nope.
Heim.
But they did a good job telling him to stop, and that will at least eliminate having to back up and rip the fender off.
Unfortunate for him, so much momentum after the win at Martinsville. A couple of ARCA wins here. Long way to go tonight for Heim. Kyle Busch, the race leader at Kansas.
Gordon Ramsay is putting 15 food entrepreneurs to the test.
Make sure they were hitting that profit mark.
He'll put his own money.
That investment will change my life.
Where his mouth is.
Who will be my food star?
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars premieres Wednesday, May 24th on Fox.
I'm telling y'all, I'm the strongest Sanders in the family. The whole family.
Nah, this is strong.
How's that for strong? This that auntie strong.
Can y'all do this?
Boy, you want to see strong? That is strong. They'll be here in 5. We ready?
There's a. We'll just put books here, and that looks fine.
That's bad. There we go.
Ooh, that's not good.
I can just go.
Yeah. Can you do that the whole day?
That works. I can't stop. I can't stop.
I don't have it. I don't have
Left. Perfect.
it. We should have used Bear.
Today, let's paint, spray, and stain with Bear, America's most trusted paint brand.
Was the fridge here before?
No.
Bear, exclusively at the Home Depot.
Winning $3 breakfast deal, it's the kind of breakfast that really sticks with you. Tyler, breakfast. Hey, buddy.
There we go. I finally figured out how mute buttons work. Yay! Okay. I gotta set up. I haven't been very timely with my brackets. All right. Speedy Thompson versus Jamie McMurray. I can't believe Jamie McMurray beat Jack Smith, but I digress. Speedy Thompson, 20 wins, third in for 4 years in a row. Like, you mean you beat someone like Jack Smith? Who I'm trying to remember. Like on my bracket, top 75 drivers. One of my matchups was Jack Smith versus Jamie McMurray, and like, I mean, you pick McMurray, who has 7 wins and a 500 win, like Talladega, etc. But then Jack Smith, who finished 4th in 1962, which is better than McMurray ever did, with 21 career victories, and I don't understand. Losers, round 2. Anyway, Speedy Thompson has 1 less win, but, I mean, 20 wins still, and 4th consecutive third-place finishes in the points. Anyway.
Got the track position, and he was able to win that first 30-lap stint.
That looked like one happy dog.
It did.
It's a dog weekend.
Seems that way with the dog show.
Yeah. Who doesn't enjoy a nice dog show?
I'm not a dog person,
of course,
personally.
Stayed out, makes his pit stop. He's going to restart 20th.
How about that?
And he's doing it on, yes, he's got fresher tires, but not enough to make the kind of difference that we saw Kyle Busch and the others make on that last restart.
Matt Crafton drove in the 11th spot. We'll see how he can cut up through the field. There's that bright yellow truck. I think as we go through the night, Adam, each restart will get more and more intense. They know how hard it is to pass, and they want to get it done in a hurry. And that's when you start pushing and shoving and not giving and taking.
Carson Hocevar in a pretty good spot here after flipping the stage. Has some track position, restarting outside of row number 3. Kyle Busch inside lane, outside of him. Grant Infield.
There we go again. Green
at Kansas.
Look at that big push. 99 is all over the back of the 51.
Tyler Ankrum needs a good run in the 16. He gives a nice shove to Grant Enfinger, who jumps up to second.
Yeah, and Grant's done a nice job tonight, just slow and steady, typical.
Go up,
typical
go up.
Grant style, right?
Sweep
All of a sudden,
up.
he just winds up at the front.
He wrote the book on that.
He did.
Typical veteran.
There we go.
Oh, Kyle touched the wall right there.
Bit, anyway. But Enfinger right behind. Not letting him get by. Why'd you go back down? You should have stayed up.
The kind of restarts we thought we would see.
That's
See
Sanchez.
these guys from bottom to top trying to pick a lane, make the most ground.
Ooh, a little wiggle from the 23. But he's still running firmly in second spot. Caruth rocketing by Carson Osavar. That's for fifth, and Stuart Friesen is coming up as well.
For fifth, and Stuart Friesen, a lot of changes on the competition side with that 52 group, but they find themselves in a good spot running seventh. Let's go down to Amanda.
I was talking to Rajah Caruth's teammate, Grant Enfinger, and he said that every time that Rajah comes over to me that he has like a big notebook where he takes all these notes to just be a sponge of everything. Well, then Rajah told me that he went up to our very own Kevin Harvick last week in D.C. at the National Motorsports Coalition reception and asked him, so what do you do when things go wrong? And Kevin, I heard you said you treat every race like it's a playoff race. Kevin, what inspired you about the rookie?
Three ThorSport, all four ThorSport trucks running in the top 10.
And, he was a little bit frustrated.
And three of them are fighting for position.
That had been happening with his finishes, but if you treat every race like a playoff race, you have to learn how to compete at that level week in and week out, and if you don't, you'll never be able to compete.
But okay, the 98 is flying away from the other two. He just passed Hocevar, who is steadily losing position.
So that consistent
and Enfinger crossed over
is big.
Kyle Busch to take the lead. Right now, Kyle Busch trying to take it back. Enfinger hasn't won since IRP last year.
Then you think about who he made it on. Yeah. I mean, that is power from Grant Enfinger.
And look who's lurking right there.
Ben
A
Rhodes.
little bit sideways in the center of the corner, but he's got to like what he's seeing with Enfinger being able to drive around Kyle and him closing ground.
Zane Smith passes Matt Crafton.
Beautiful truck
for 10th.
I really like the side skirt on the left side of that. It has hit the ground properly and flared out perfectly.
Come on, past the 42, past the 42.
This field. The front's kind
But that 98 though, he is flying. Like he is the fastest truck. He's running like a tenth faster than the leader.
There's Haley Deegan running along.
All right, Zane Smith passed both her and Hocevar. Please, past the 42. Thank God. Almost.
That's an impressive start to the stage.
Majeski.
Oh my God. Good save. That was a little risk. I knew sliding up would have been a bad idea. It was going to be hairy. She made the pass though. Meanwhile, the 88's going backwards.
Compared to a hotter tire.
What a save. And she made
talking about Haley running inside the top 10 racing against Hocevar. Crosses. Oh man, that was a near miss. Crossed over his nose and got loose doing so.
That was a good save.
And she said, I'm going to slide up right here. And he said, I don't think so. Think about sliding up in front of me next time.
Hey, for Haley Deegan.
And there's a Corey Heim making his way back to the field. He's up to 10th.
Texas, our last mile and a half race. And when you consider how fast those ThorSport trucks were here a season ago.
I mean, she finished 6th because she survived the melee, not because she ran particularly well. Not to say the fact she got the 6th place finish was fantastic. In fact, it was originally top 5. But she definitely got aided by the fact a lot of great trucks got taken out.
That win at Martinsville, holding off Kyle late through those restarts, that was just magic. When you do that, what kind of confidence must that give that young man?
Well, that gives you a lot of confidence for sure. But I'm more impressed with the pit road air and being able to mentally rebound and come out on the racetrack and just reset, get a good restart, and drive back to the front. And as you know, things are going to happen, Mike. Yeah. You're going to get penalties. You're going to have wrecks.
Like, great run for Caruth. You just got to put that out there. Running 5th place. Enfinger running super well as well. Although Kyle Busch and Ben Rhodes aren't far from behind. And Majeski has cut down the margin from like 3 seconds to less than 1. He is charging harder than a bull on Viagra.
We're going side by side.
Halfway through the stage. Halfway through the stage.
We remember the men and women.
When you remember
and all
the very night of September.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. All new Friday Night SmackDown at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Chicago's seen it all, but it's never experienced anything quite like this. A 2-day racing and music festival featuring the Chainsmokers.
Majeski's already up to second. My God.
And Charlie Crockett.
He like that truck is so fucking fast. I think points leader. Hasn't won a race this season yet, but this is his best opportunity to seal the deal.
Visit NASCARChicago.com.
Craftsman is back.
You know, the deal of the race has always been just drills. I need to check
this. Offering special discounts to fans
because teams can count on Craftsman tools to get the job done, and now you can too. When you take advantage of the Craftsman deal, the race
can't just deal the race. It's the same.
Help you power through your project.
I think.
And
wait.
This deal, well,
V20 cordless 1/2 inch drill driver kit. It's slightly different. Wait, so it is a different deal. Okay.
I'm at this wing joint telling people that Geico has been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer
But
than
North Wilkesboro, they're offering a leaf blower.
And did you know?
And Charlotte, it's a one from. What the heck is that? Brennan Poole? We got a crack. Oh, it's Chris Wright, of course. Damn it! I was hopeful that the 13 could get stage points.
No, my lips are actually burning.
Geico, over 85 years of savings and service. See how much you could save at Geico.com.
Chris Wright brings out the second caution for incident.
I got a big old bowl for $5. I got a big old bowl for $5. It's got mac and cheese and chicken and cheese. I got a big old bowl for $5. Woo!
I wish I had my drinks, but I don't. I'll have to go tomorrow. Oh God, I'm so fucking thirsty. Tanner Gray is not the same since he got loose in the first stage. He's in 23rd. Sanchez has recovered to 15th. Wait, did the 16 pass the 13? I don't. That doesn't make any sense.
Kansas for the 0-2 of Chris Wright, and it comes out with 11 laps remaining here in our second stage. We'll talk a little strategy in just a second. First, let's look at what happened to Chris Wright.
He just fucking lost
it.
It
Looked like the same spin as earlier. You know, just get to that 3/4 mark of the corner and it just loses rear grip. Around it goes.
We've seen several trucks slipping and sliding and not going around. A couple that couldn't quite hang on to it.
Yeah, and I think
I guess the 16 did get around the 13.
Two different handling conditions. You got Kyle Busch, who's tight. He's struggling in traffic. I think if he was out front, he'd probably be fine. But he's having trouble navigating the traffic compared to, especially compared to Ty Majeski.
Yeah.
Those sticker tires are worth talking about because those sticker tires were worth way more than
I just realized, like, some cars trucks obviously didn't pit.
That restart,
so that also explains how they were able to catch up so well.
That leaves an interesting decision for the crew chief right now because they saw how fast those trucks that didn't take the new tires.
Oh, hi, Jess. I didn't see Paul on stream. When I said I'm at, that was a
when they only had
mistype.
4 or 5 laps on them versus the competition. Like you said, Majeski all the way to the front. Now, you take that information into consideration. Do you flip it here? Do you come to pit road and put these 4 or 5 laps on your tires again? Or do you see what those other guys do and stay out?
Okay, now the 13.
Really a tough call.
Yeah,
okay.
I think
it fixed itself. Now the 13's in 10,
as
just as it should
those
be.
Sticker tires were. I think I'm going to want to save them as long as I can because that'd be a tough call.
You know, and Grant Enfinger in the 23, he knows he could be a sitting duck because Majeski's right there with those better tires. He might say, I'm not winning the stage like this.
What?
Let's just come in and get our tires and have better track position on the next.
Well, the 47 is out on lap 2 for running out of fuel.
Caution.
How the hell is that possible?
Maybe.
Unless they just decided to start and park it
on your tires. I think you're going to be in twice as bad a spot as you were last time on the used tires.
Pit road is open.
I think we're going to have a taker or two. And there's the first. And there's the or two.
There's the second.
I did
handful of trucks.
A bunch of trucks.
10 to go in the stage.
You know, they could make some headway.
In the field, Adam, doing what we just talked about. Flipping it, as we call it. Getting this track position right now, Josh.
Yeah, let's get an update on the 41 of Ross Chastain. Had to start from the rear at the start of the race. He hasn't really been able to gain any ground in this, and he came over the radio and said he's just losing rear grip, so they're making a track bar adjustment to try and help him out. Amanda?
Well, there was a discussion back and forth between Grant Enfinger and his crew chief of if he was going to come in or not. They were discussing stage points between a truck that can win this race elected to stay out. We'll see how this one finishes up.
Well, I think it's going to be some. I think it's going to be some short-term gain, but I think that those guys that stayed out, if this thing goes back to green in a reasonable amount of time, are going to have a pretty distinct advantage after the stage starts.
Yeah, but you know we're going to split that next stage with it being 70 laps. So there's another strategy call that comes in. So maybe these guys that pitted there will pit earlier in that final stage.
I just think it's funny that we're selling off the top. You can have some strategy in the final stage at Kansas. And here we are in the second stage, and we've already twice had a huge strategy play in this race. The finish to our second stint when we return.
All right. It's getting close to that time where we have the run to the finish of the stage. As it usually is. Room, room, room in the night. And we wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. Why is Breidinger listed top 15? Oh no. That's gonna be critical. And how long is this freaking commercial break? Unless maybe I fucked something up.
Baseball Night in America next Saturday on Fox.
No. How? Oh God! Like what is there? We're back
for the Craftsman Truck Series here at Kansas. They're lined up and ready to go for the restart. Let's get a report on the 42 with Josh.
What happened to Hocevar?
It was a slow pit stop for the 42, and that's because they had to fix that damage. You see all the tape on the front nose of that truck.
Happened?
Remember, he did make contact with the 13 truck of Haley Deegan, so they had some.
Oh, that happened. I didn't realize they made. Well, that was a big problem. I thought that she ended up just getting loose.
We talk a lot about aero
trying to
drag.
block.
Downforce has a lot of damage to the nose of the 42.
Yeah, the shape of the vehicle is is so important because it's tuned to the downforce and drag, and all of a sudden, you know, you put a big dent in it like that.
Oh God, the one.
You don't really know what the balance is anymore.
This has been fun to see some great runs for Rajah Caruth, Stuart Friesen, Corey Heim with the rebound that he has. We talked about Chase Purdy before we started. Taylor Gray up inside the top 10. Daniel Dye with some trouble early, but he's in the top 10 as well. Great runs for these youngsters.
Top 15 stayed out. Some pitted at lap 24. Some pitted at lap 33. Those that came down at lap 51, restarting from 16.
Here we go. Oh, Kyle Busch, bad restart.
To the bunch there.
98 got a much better start.
6 to go. Second stage at Kansas.
One went way wide, which might help people get around her.
Great start.
Slow
by
ass.
Heim was able to get underneath Rajah into the top 5. He
Started 15th. Let's see how many positions she
some
loses.
momentum on the outside.
Kyle Busch through to second.
And he's storming down.
Corey Heim got. Where's he going to take it? Right to the bottom.
Oh man.
Contact. And look at Heim.
Damn, and here comes 11. Storming by here on the 52. Where'd he come from?
Together, and here comes the 11 driving through to the runner-up spot. 5 to go in the stage.
Yeah, and I think
Man,
what happened right
it's a
there,
gaggle. Holy
Majeski
shoot.
decided that he was
My
going to go to
God.
the bottom and try to block, and Kyle was like, oh, I don't know. I'm already here. That's just a
Corey
guess.
Heim. I mean, look at Corey Heim.
The 1 fell 13 spots, and the 11 takes the lead.
Inside of Ty Majeski.
Majeski chased him down there
right now
to try to stall him out with aerodynamics. It didn't work. Corey Heim is gone.
And they are on equal tires. That's not a strategy thing. That's just
Oh, 9 truck has problems. Colby Howard.
It's Colby Howard. He was in the wall. 4 to go in the stage.
And the 13 is just falling behind
Heim
heavily.
is gone. Ben Rhodes said
I don't know how, unless they took no tires.
Great battle for the lead. He's going to clear him.
Majeski is back. Now the teammates at KBM battling for position. Chase Purdy taking on the boss man.
It's got to feel good for that young man to have the same pace that his boss has.
Majeski leading Heim. Rajah Caruth up to 3rd. Zane Smith is 4th. He's in line to get some really good stage points here tonight.
3rd.
Rajah, he has the oldest tires of all these guys. He pitted before the stage break, and he's running in the 3rd spot.
Yeah, and I really feel like the used tires.
I have no what the hell happened to the 13,
I think that
man.
sticker tire is really where the advantage is. So, you know, those 7 or 8 lap difference in tires, I think it seems to be pretty equal right here.
Of those drivers that pitted at lap 51, on that last caution, Grant Enfinger has made his way
to 6th.
And he is.
Caruth is battling Zane Smith for 3rd, the state position that he had. Right now it's Majeski Heim. Where'd Kyle Busch go? 10th? Damn. He just fell out of the stage points. God damn it.
Zane Smith now 3rd in front of Rajah Caruth. Enfinger is 5th.
Look at this battle. Grant Enfinger.
Pushing by. Enfinger pushed his teammate past Zane Smith. Now drops down to pass him as well. The car control, incredible. The truck control, incredible.
And then Grant Enfinger drives by and takes the 3rd spot away. We're down to the final lap, stage 2.
How good does this feel for Rajah Caruth? He's had a little bit of a challenge here and there during the season, but to get up there and mix it up with these guys on those older tires, it's got to build confidence.
Ty Majeski saved his best for last in 2022. Couple of wins in the playoffs, made it to the championship 4. Comes in leading the points, and he's going to get his first stage victory of 2023.
Majeski wins the stage. Enfinger 2nd, Heim 3rd, Caruth 4th, Zane Smith 5th, Eckes 6th, Ingram 7th, Purdy 8th, Friesen 9th, Dean Thompson 10th.
Ankrum was there. Purdy 8th, 9th for Stuart Friesen. And Dean Thompson is 10th, and maybe the biggest surprise when you look at the final rundown, Kyle Busch drifted all the way back to 17th. Some of that, the older tires, some of it just racing in and around traffic.
Oh, man.
Oh, look at the damage to the 99.
Yeah, Ben Rhodes with damage. We're coming right back on FS1.
Gordon Ramsay is an award-winning chef, TV star, and mogul. Now he's on a mission to invest.
Succeeding in business is not easy, and neither is this competition.
When he puts 15 food entrepreneurs to the test,
Make sure they were hitting that profit margin.
he'll put his own money
That investment was changing my life.
where his mouth is.
Totally.
Woo! We care about our profits. We're running businesses.
Who will be my food star?
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars premieres Wednesday, May 24th on Fox.
Alright, now we wait for the next set of pit stops to roll by. We just wait for a bit now. Come on. No, oh, we're back. Okay.
Racing here at Kansas. Race day, 2 o'clock Eastern time on FS1. And we're green just after 3. Mike Joy, Clint Boyer, Kurt Busch, last year's spring winner at Kansas, going to join the fellas to call the race. As we look at stage points earned today, Grant Enfinger solid with 16. Our reigning champ, Zane Smith, got 14. Raja Karuth with 12. Corey Heim, the good comeback, 4th on the board with 11, and Majeski good as well.
Telling Ben Rhodes, the team was that they're going to take their time and fix this thing. Ben said it didn't look fixable from where he was setting, but looks like they've done a pretty nice job of tidying it up. What do you think, Kevin?
Well, they're going to have to come back in and seal the side of that hood up in order to make it right. But they got the front of the hood with some bare bond on there. But, you know, I think I mean, Kyle just got loose right there, and he had nowhere to go and just wound up in the back of Kyle's truck and tore it up.
I didn't even see what happened
Kyle
there.
was struggling on the restart, and he got tight and had to lift, and then got loose and checked up hard.
Damn!
And just had nowhere to go and got in the back of him.
Yeah, Kyle gets into the wall.
Damn!
More than Ben could stop for.
Well, that's gonna stuck for my
Hey, the
points
good news
days.
for Ben Rhodes,
No.
Yeah, he had 9 stage points, so that helps when you have an evening where you deal with damage and maybe don't get the finish you would like. And there are a lot
I
of
got 10. At least I got 10 points.
I
wonder how he fell back so hard. Now I know.
On and persevere through difficult times.
I think it's interesting too how well they got that truck of Rhodes pinned together. It looks pretty decent. Let's see if they come back in and fine tune it even more so.
Way better than I thought it would be after watching what happened over there.
Now you just got to make sure all the tape you put on there stays.
Yeah, they got the left side taped down pretty good. The hood.
A little bit flapping over there on that right. That'll only get worse, obviously.
Yeah, and you saw him spraying some brake cleaner on there. You want that to adhere to the nose fascia and the hood as well as possible. You can see it didn't really do that on the front of the hood. It blew up. So they're definitely going to want to reattach that so the air doesn't get underneath the hood where it's been up.
Some stay out, obviously, because they played the strategy, but a number of trucks making their scheduled pit stop into stage 2, Josh.
Well, after some miscommunication early in the race, the 98 team has bounced back nicely with a stage 2
now
win.
for
Not too many issues with that truck right now. Tom Majeski said he's pretty happy. They're just going to make a slight track bar adjustment to tighten them up just a little bit. How about the 52 of Stuart Friesen with that crew chief change to a crew chief by committee tonight? Well, he said he's just tight everywhere right now, Amanda.
Well, we're watching the 11 in their pit stop right now. They're going to want redemption from that last stop in. Corey Heim was saying that following the 98, that they've been the best they've been all night, but the truck's too tight. There will be track bar adjustments coming for that team. And then for Rajah Caruth, they last pitted on the 24th lap. They tightened the truck up, but Rajah now asking for to free it back up, that it was a little too stiffer in that last stage.
Yeah, it's been a good night for Caruth. We'll see what he does now that he's trapped back in some traffic. There's the race off pit road. We reset the field and return to the green flag after this.
It's time to get down to business. The business of food. And I'm looking to invest.
$250,000.
Of my own money. It's not just an investment, it's a partnership. Each week, I'll put the best food entrepreneurs to the test.
Which team is going to raise the most amount of money?
With a series of business challenges that will show me what they're made of.
We care about our profits. We're running businesses. Anxiety. I need to refund you, ma'am. I'm sorry.
To be successful, they must know branding inside and out.
Grilled cheese, now there's a shot.
Yeah.
That makes me want to order it.
Be someone who breaks through and makes noise.
It has a 2.2 horsepower. That's
All right, now wait. Are we back yet? No. How did the 13 get up so high? Stayed out, I guess. Maybe try to save the tires for the next stint. I don't know. Come on. Unmute. There we go.
He's got sauce all over the place. That was crazy.
What, Mikey? Please don't say that again.
That was awesome.
Beautiful night in Kansas City. We're on the Kansas side at Kansas Speedway. Craftsman Truck Series racing here for the 26th time. Good to have you with us with Michael Waltrip, Kevin Harvick. I'm Adam Alexander on pit road tonight. Amanda Busick, Josh Sims. We've reached the final stage. And the field shuffles once again as we play that strategy game. Those that came down pit road left and will restart from 9th on back. And up front, we got some names that we haven't seen there other than Grant Enfinger, who we feel like has got a pretty solid truck.
I just love stage racing. I mean, we always get something new to talk about on TV. These lineups get flipped and crew chiefs have decisions
not
to make.
exactly.
Makes it fun
That's
to
not
watch.
a reason to like it.
Well, I think Grant Enfinger has, I think he has the fastest truck. So this will be interesting to see because I think the guys that are 9th place back are in the premier tire position, not the catbird seat, Michael.
Well, they're being led by Matt Crafton. That bright yellow truck is a green flag fly.
Here we go again.
Great start down on the bottom by Enfinger.
Oh, man. They already split.
Yeah, you see that top row have a whole bunch of wheel spin.
Enfinger, Ankrum, your top.
Tyler Ankrum
3, 2.
pushing toward the front end. Look at there, Matt Benedetto. We haven't talked about Matty D tonight, and he's on the inside of Ankrum off 2.
You know, Matty D has led laps here in a cup car. Maybe we shouldn't be surprised.
Matt Benedetto looking for his first non-restrictor plate win. He's up to P2.
He didn't make it into the postseason last year. The 25 has got something going on. I want to tell you, when we talk about Grant Enfinger, put on the short list of potential winners tonight, the 98 of Ty Majeski. I mean, he is wheeling that thing. Made the pit stop at lap 64, and he finds himself 3rd.
Raja Caruth trying to compete for that spot, though. Here he comes to the inside.
Now says, I got a fast truck tonight, and I'm going to use it.
I think Raja heard me. It motivated him, didn't it?
Now can he get up and close the door? Yes, he does. That's a big decision you have to make as a truck racer, isn't it? Or even as a cup guy.
He's out there.
Do I block? Nothing out back. Do I block?
Last lap, Dibby was the fastest.
I can tell you that the spotter's probably saying, get up there, get up there, get up there. And as a driver, you have to look in the mirror and judge the distance that they are closing on you to make that decision. So I know the spotter wants you to do one thing, but in the end, the driver has to make the choice. But it is a big decision.
Yeah, because when you block somebody, you give them an opportunity not to accept that block and take you out. Look at Dean Thompson trying to squeeze up on top. He's got that spot.
Does he? Well, now he does.
The one thing to keep an eye on with the 5, he's on those older tires.
That Chastain or Hocevar? Chastain.
The fresh Goodyears that could very well over the long haul make up some ground. Among them, Corey Heim, who's back in the top 10 driving the 11. Stuart Friesen in the 52 rallying, and so is the 38 of Zane Smith.
Man, I'm impressed with Dean Thompson again. We've talked about it more this year, Adam, how good he's been, doing a nice job. Like you said, dealing with older tires and getting it done. There's that 5 truck.
Haven't said a lot about Christian Eckes in the race tonight. Started on the pole, fell back outside the top 5 fairly early. But he's on that strategy of drivers that waited until the stage was
speed
over
differentials have now reversed, and Enfinger is definitely the fastest car in the truck now. Kyle Busch up to 24th, Rhodes in 27th.
He's got it this time, but watch for the crossover. Lost all his momentum.
Oh, what the hell?
Into the wall.
Damn, Majeski just wrecked Raja Caruth.
Ty Majeski.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame.
And they just, I talked about blocking and the decisions you have to make. And
okay, maybe it was a bad block.
Take another look at that.
No, I think it was definitely a block. And
I mean, it was stupid either way. Either a really bad block or a really stupid wreck.
You know, sometimes you just hope for a little bit of a break. I said that when I talked about blocking. If you get a break,
that's not going to help his points position.
I want to give you a break, and in truck racing, there's less give and more take.
The AMR safety team is there.
And Raja had to be thinking when the speed of that Wendell Scott truck.
Well, and that's one thing that well, I mean, like we talked earlier, that's why you're here. You're here to learn and make mistakes. But, you know, I think as he goes back and looks at this particular situation, he's probably going to say, man, I should have just been more patient right there and gave myself a chance to win later in the race. But you know what? A 4th or a 5th's not bad either. You know, just to build that momentum. It's not, you can't win them all, and it's tough to tell yourself that in a moment, especially when you're got all these young guys with all this enthusiasm and you want to do it right now, but you got to get it to the end.
The other thing is, I talked to him a couple of weeks ago, and I said, what's missing here? Because they haven't had a top 10. And he said, we've had speed, we just haven't had luck. I got to believe when you have a truck that you feel like can win too, it just makes you all the more aggressive.
All right, let's see this again.
Like you said, Kevin, he was going after it.
Well, they were going after it, and this is just 2 corners, right? They've been going after it for a few laps here, trading these positions. See him slide up there.
That was stupid.
And you see, tried to move up there to block, and they, Ty was just there.
Yeah. Once he, you can second guess everything, but I think he just made one too many blocks. The first block worked, and the next one didn't. And there's the next one right there. And took a race-winning truck.
And jumped it.
2 of them. Maybe we can fix this.
Majeski had such a fast truck too.
We saw stranger stuff with a 99.
Well, I was going to say I would have said no, but then you mentioned the 99, and I'll also throw out there Carson Hocevar, who had the damage, and he's in the top five right now. So all bets are off when it comes to saying someone is out of contention with some damage.
There's Carson. 42 truck. He hasn't shown much speed. He or Rossi, the one, have been very fast all day. But Kevin, I want to know, do you think the track will have now changed enough to maybe where it starts to complement other setups more than the guys were that fast?
I think it has to. I think as hot as it was today, now that the sun has gone down and it's cooling off, that track temperature has to keep coming down. And I think you will have some trucks that benefit from it more than others. So. But the complexion of this race has changed. I still feel like Grant Enfinger has the best truck. I think, we've seen Kyle Busch get in trouble. We've seen Ty Majeski get in trouble. Raja in trouble. Some of the trucks that we thought were capable of winning, are now torn up. Ben Rhodes.
Here's one other thought. 60 to go.
Ooh, I like what you're thinking, Adam.
Pit.
The pit window is 50 to 55.
Nah.
So do you roll the dice here, Pit, and say...
If I'm Matt Crafton, yes, I'm rolling the dice.
Maybe.
Because I'm back a ways. I haven't been a fast truck all night. I want to come in, top her off with gas, and hopefully we can stretch it to the checker with no cautions. Stranger things have happened. See if we get anybody that's wanting to take a chance. Come on, guys. Bama Buggies is coming in. Chase Purdy in the 4.
Okay, Crafton.
You called it.
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch as well.
You see Majeski's in. I think that's Rhodes.
2 trucks coming down, 59 to go.
Maybe it's not Rhodes, I don't know. Someone's in.
A couple of them need some repairs, but some of
Purdy,
them are
okay.
looking to use this strategy to win the race.
Yeah, and that's the case for Matt Crafton.
One of my friends
I
used to not like the truck series much, but I think that's changing, which is interesting.
Give him some fuel and send him on his way, guys.
Yeah, so he ups himself on fuel but doesn't take on any tires. So they save that set there. And should another caution come out later on, they would likely come down and get that last set of stickers. 5th caution of the night comes out when Carruth gets together with Majeski. The restart when we return to Kansas on FS1.
The first time NASCAR came to my town, the drivers went crazy. Ross hit Denny. Then Denny tried to make Ross mow the grass. Then Chase went spinning. Then he gave Ross a shove. Harvick hits the wall with 5 to go, sending us to overtime. Then Joey throws Kyle Busch a slider to take the win. It was crazy, and now it's time to do it again. Get your tickets at
I never thought I'd see Kenny Wallace in an ad in the 2020s, but what the hell do I know?
So it's decided. We'll park even deeper into parking spaces so people think they're open.
Surprise! Can't hear you, Jerry.
Sorry. Yeah, can we get a system where when someone's bike is in the shop, then we could borrow someone else's?
No. Or you can get a quote with America's #1 motorcycle insurer and maybe save some money while you're at it.
All in favor of that.
There's a lot of buttons and knobs in here.
This week is your chance to try any Subway footlong for free, like the Subway Series menu. Just buy any footlong in the app and get one free.
Everyone loves free stuff, Chuck.
Can we get paid in a footlong? Get it before it's gone on the Subway app.
Okay, cut it.
Ray Magliozzi here. When you need parts, eBay Motors ensures a guaranteed fit. Let's see, you'll need headlights and a bumper. At least you can skip the car wash. Just go to eBay Motors. The check means a guaranteed fit. Let's ride.
Craftsman is back.
And to celebrate our return to the NASCAR Truck Series,
Craftsman is offering special discounts to fans.
Because teams can count on Craftsman tools to get the job done. And now you can too. When you take advantage of the Craftsman deal of the race, you'll save on the tools that'll help you power through your projects. And this deal, well, it's going fast. So scan the QR code now to get the current deal of the race.
The deal of the race brought to you by Craftsman.
Saturday, it's baseball night in America on Fox. Machado and Soto lead the Padres against Betts, Freeman, and the Dodgers. Or Bregman and the Astros take on the White Sox. It's baseball night in America next Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
All right, ready to get back?
Here is where it must be left on the track.
Blow those rear tires off us, bud.
And now is when the future is written in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
And getting ready for the restart. We're in our final stage at Kansas, the Kansas 200 for the Craftsman Truck Series. A couple of weeks off, back at it tonight. The first of 5 consecutive weekends at the track for the tailgaters. We'll do the choose here with Grant Enfinger in charge of the field.
And Nick Sanchez pulls up on that front row alongside Grant Enfinger. This race has had so many changes of complexion. I mean, we thought we knew who the fast trucks were earlier. It was going to be Kyle Busch, right? There was no way that's not correct. Well, it was not correct. He hasn't had a great truck here tonight. We've seen a lot of fast trucks come up there and be able to outrun Kyle, including Grant Enfinger, who I think you're kind of zeroing in on as your favorite here heading toward the checker.
It sure feels like that to me. And, you know, I think for that last restart, taking off and being able to keep the track position over the guys who had just pitted, you know, I think that says a lot about his truck. But as we go through the night here, we've seen a lot of people come and go, and now we've got some new people up there. And but Grant's been up there from the beginning, so we'll see how this all plays out. But I like his truck.
Going to be 56 laps remaining.
Ty Majeski just leaving pit road, so he's going to have to do some hustling to catch up. See how much damage was done to that truck.
Here we go once again at Kansas. Enfinger, Sanchez, front row.
Seen that bottom lane get a real
Here we go, green again.
Nice
56 to go. They spread out wide. Oh, they got a wreck! Dibby! Oh, 4 trucks up top, all smushed like a s'more. Okay, Thompson, Hocevar, Eckes, and De Benedetto.
You know, the restarts are just going to keep amping up every time.
Well, that was stupid.
We come to the green again, and this is the pushing and shoving that we've been talking about from the beginning of the night. And
oh man, Chase Purdy had such a good truck, as did Christian Eckes. That's a shame when you see something that is so avoidable.
No, they might have wrecked hard, but I like my comparison, my metaphor.
Yeah, you have to do it, right? You have to be able to push, because if you don't, somebody else is going to, and it takes being misaligned just a little bit. It was hard to tell. It looked like it started with the 25 getting turned. I wasn't sure who was behind him. Wanted to wait for the replay.
It was just a block, Kevin. That's all.
My God! Wait, so Purdy, Eckes, De Benedetto, and Hocevar all involved.
Team is there.
Or Tom? Wait, I didn't know Purdy. Wait. Plus Thompson. Wait, Thompson, Purdy, Hocevar, Eckes, De Benedetto. I didn't even realize the 4 got involved. Oh,
boy,
God.
It was going to be bigger than it actually was.
It still looked terrible.
Well, you saw the body language there. Dean Thompson so frustrated, realizing
Thompson has not had a race go his way at all this year. It's honestly sad, because he's had some good runs. Texas was going great until he got wrecked so hard he had to go to the hospital.
We talked to Christian earlier, Adam, and he said the fastest truck he's ever had, and now it's a heap of scrap metal. Looked like Matty D got a push, and then he saw behind him Eckes going to the bottom. He decided he would go to the bottom.
There you go again. Yeah, they went to all the bottom. De Benedetto guy then got spun around off of someone, and he goes to the top, and 3 different cars run into him, and the 4 also got involved in some way that I didn't even see. Where did the 4 come from?
Unscathed.
Another truck that was able to do that. We just
Oh man, Kyle Busch got by just on the outside. Oh, the 4 would have gotten defined had the 19 not careened downward. All right, 25. Oh, the 25 hooked the 19 hooked the 25 the wrong way. And it just cascaded. That's how it happened. Trying to see how the 25 hooked right. Oh man,
I think it's just
saying that the 4 would have been fine, but
you want to pull down in front of the guy in order to block the run, but it's just a split second too late.
God damn.
There's Kyle Busch slipping by. Oh, here we go with our...
Oh, Daniel Dye, the perennial cameraman. Like, what is it with Daniel Dye getting a great view of every single accident?
He couldn't see where he's going, but he picked the right direction, didn't he?
Yeah, and really in those situations, you see everything funnel up, and you make a choice, and you pick a lane, and you hope that it's the best. And Daniel's had some bad luck this year, so it's good to see him make it through the wreck. There was a lot of bad luck.
I think he's barely in the top 20, if I recall.
That hit as Chase Purdy came in.
Yeah, he got clipped by Eckes. No.
You see, look at Gray. He dives hard to the left too.
Man, the 4 got crashed. The Chase Purdy got wrecked when Eckes started shooting back down the track after he hit the wall in between 1 and 2.
In the 19,
and they don't show it.
He's going to go out of the
but
picture.
He hit, but the 4 ran into him.
To see if we could tell what happened as Purdy tried to get through, and then
the 4
had the hard contact.
The 4 ran right into the 19.
See Kyle Busch coming through late right there. He was far enough back to get really woed down.
That's the frustration when you have a night like Dean was having, a really fast truck and just swept into somebody else's mess.
He's been so impressive, Michael.
Yes.
He's done a great job, and I know that isn't where he wanted to end. But
here we go.
Eckes come down right here, and Chase Purdy is just on the bottom thinking,
oh,
I got it.
Man, T-boned. Just like what happened to Larson at Talladega.
Look at him try to stop, but
yeah, and he's all the way on the apron. He's thinking, I'm just going to go down here and it's over. And
22 of Josh Reaume just tiptoeing through. Or yeah, that's Josh Reaume. Justin Carroll has managed to get back onto the lead lap as a result of everything going on. So good for him.
Those trucks apart. Window nets are down, so we know the drivers have extricated themselves.
Don't you red flag the race at this point?
The AMR safety team to the Infield Care Center to be evaluated.
That last caution came out when Ty Majeski and Raja Karuth got together. Let's hear from Raja and send it to Amanda.
And Adam, he has been released from the Infield Care Center. And Raja, talking to you this week, and I know how heavy these are for you. You told me what you may lack in experience in this field, you more than make up for in passion and work ethic. We're going to take a look at the replay. Can you assign fault on this one?
Yeah, I mean, it was really close, and we had a long ways to go. Our Wendell Scott Foundation Silverado was really good, and this is my first look at it. I was trying to cover the top here, and he just kind of hooked me there. So good to know. I mean, I didn't double move or anything. I picked the top there, and he just hooked me. So that really stinks. Our Wendell Scott Foundation Silverado was really sporty tonight, and we're going to be in a really good spot there. One of the first few guys on tires to go and make Grant and Matt look like they were sitting still. But we had a very fast truck tonight, and sucks not to get a result for Butler Built Seats. Belt Racing, A-Stars, Competition Cleaning, and Shady Rays, but we'll go again in Darlington.
See you there.
Yep.
He can take away a lot of speed from tonight and know he learned a lesson. But, sometimes you learn a lesson, Kevin, and you don't tear up your truck. This was an expensive lesson, but he can leave here knowing he had the pace to win this race.
Well, and I go down and I said, well, who's the spotter? And I see Chris Lambert, and I see Chad Walter as the crew chief, and I see a lot of good people around him, and I think they'll go back and look at that and help him understand what he could have done better right there, because I think sometimes there's a survival piece that comes with this to be able to put yourself in a position to keep your truck rolling, and I think there was probably a little bit of give right there that last move was just a little bit late.
Well, he said he didn't double move, but he was really sure to make sure he covered the inside. And then when he saw he had that covered, then he went up. And it was just too late.
I agree.
Raja Caruth involved in an incident that brought out our 5th caution. It's out for the 6th time now. This the reason why. 5 trucks involved going to turn 1.
Alright, anyway, we wait. I hope they red flag the tickets. I don't want them to waste time under
43
caution.
people were charged with 29,726 counts of child sex abuse.
What I hope people learn is who was really responsible.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh yeah. There.
Because you didn't settle for ordinary. Same goes for your equipment. Versatile, powerful, durable Kubota equipment. More goes into it, so you get more out of it.
Remember how lucky we are to get to do this every week?
We remember the racing,
Allison, look for another way around.
the action,
I'm speechless. This is the greatest day of my life.
the calls,
He did it! 3 in a row, Jimmy Johnson!
the community. But when we look back, we also need to remember the men and women who serve this country and all they do to keep us safe and free.
Doing the chews as we get set for the restart that will come with 49 laps to go. We've wrapped up our 6th caution of the night. Enfinger goes.
Thank
to
you
the
for
inside.
blessing me
Sanchez
during my
says, I'll
sneezing
take the
fit.
high side again. Row 2, Friesen and Heim.
He elected that front row, Adam. See what Corey Heim's saying on the radio here.
Yeah, let's sharp with these boys. I want this track position. I feel like we're really good up front here. They're trying to give us 3, so let's just execute as best we can.
They're trying. Many crashes as we've seen and damaged trucks we have. Corey Heim's been just plugging right along.
Well, I don't think the aggression level is going to go down.
Nope.
I think the blocks and I think the pushes are still going to be there, and we're still going to see some pushing and shoving happen here. So the field getting smaller,
but the intensity is getting larger as we race toward the checker. I like what I'm seeing out of Friesen. How about that, Adam? Big changes over there with that team over the couple of weeks off.
They knew the time was now.
Yeah.
They made the changes, and they're executing quite nicely tonight.
Let's go get ourselves in a position to be champions this year.
Here we go. Just don't wreck again. Please.
You said it. The aggression level not going down. They're getting after it again on the restart.
Oh, Lordy.
Can we go 3 wide for the lead?
Enfinger, Sanchez up front. Corey Heim third. Friesen fourth. Oh!
In that outside lane, near contact
Almost.
with Corey Heim.
Corey Heim almost wrecked. Here comes Sanchez. Here comes Friesen to the bottom. Wow, he just cut through. Scoring 2 positions. Can he get the run for the lead?
This Heim push on the back of Nick Sanchez can get them past Friesen if Heim chooses to do so,
There we go.
which he doesn't.
I thought he might
Top 5 all running under a blanket.
Right up the middle.
Make his own line.
Friesen out front, 48 laps to go. Heim all clear for second.
Oh, they're still pushing and shoving.
Here it comes high down to the bottom. Sanchez looking high as well. Heim, he won at Martinsville a few weeks ago. That was the last truck race we had. And what a shit show that was.
You were side by side. We saw Friesen get that huge run earlier. So trucks are fun to race.
Battle for 10th between the 35 and the 13.
And Kansas just it makes the drafting, the handling, the restarts, it all comes out at this particular racetrack, and that's why it's so much fun to watch races here.
What about Taylor Gray, Adam? We've talked about a lot of different racers tonight, but Taylor has squeezed up to the 6th position. You see the white
he's running well, working his way up there.
He's trying to be a part of this battle in the top 5.
Well, you know, we talk about Corey Heim and the momentum he brings leading tonight after winning at Martinsville. But Gray, another driver that
Kyle Busch up to 12. He's charging hard.
A few weeks ago on the short
he can
track
afford
in
to.
Southern
I mean,
Virginia.
he's running fuel strategy. That was probably helped by the caution laps.
Ran the ARCA race, did Taylor Gray, and was solid all afternoon long.
Watch this run. You talked about it.
Here comes the 2.
Closing.
Trying to go for 3rd.
What about our pair that have crashed? Kyle Busch and
Zane Smith on Stuart Friesen now.
Ty Majeski. They've raced up toward the top 10, as you can see there on our pylon.
Battles for 9th and 10th. That might help the 11th place get up there for that fight.
There's Kyle off turn 2 and doing a nice job with that damaged truck.
Yeah, and they put themselves in a pretty good spot.
Oh! Don't go get greedy. Don't get greedy. Oh man, that's one. Come on, girl. Oh, she got both of them.
Back up and go in the right direction for sure.
And he didn't have track position, so he's one of those drivers that came down under cautions when others stayed out, got some added fuel. So should this thing run out green, he might be sitting in the position he needs to I don't know if I'd say steal one. I don't know if I'd ever say that about Kyle Busch in the truck series, but
he'd be winning off fuel mileage opposed to raw speed.
Under the green flag, and he gets a couple of more spots here, Amanda.
Christian Eckes has been released from the In-Care Field Center. Said that he is feeling fine after that big hit in the side of the truck. But Christian,
yeah, he took a driver's side
on that restart. How are you processing it?
Yeah, I mean, just aggression, I guess. He blocked a little late, got loose, and I tried to go to the high, and I might have caught his rear quarter panel.
You did, unfortunately.
Yeah, it sucks. We were a little bit off during the race. I thought we were really good all day, then just kind of lacked balance.
Oh, 0-2 crash. That's Chris Wright. Oh, man, almost got hit by 2 other guys. Chris Wright, he's cooked. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Chris Wright got sideways, near miss as traffic came flying by.
How about
that? Made my heart drop.
Yeah, mine too. We all just cringed as we watched that truck fly by on the lower side.
He was 20th. 42 to go. And we talked about the situation for Kyle Busch and what they had done to put themselves in a great spot should this thing run out green. Now you get to this point, I got to believe you pit here and put those tires on, right?
I do too.
Yeah, I agree.
It's time to say we got to get it to the checker.
All right, now everyone's going to pit, I'm guessing.
Safety team right there preparing to pull the truck off, but they're making sure Chris is okay.
Well, they've got a workout tonight. Talking about the AMR safety team.
Our in-race reporter, Daniel Dye, has raced his way so far toward the front. He didn't get a video of that crash.
What the hell is
race to stop suicide?
Chris Wright is just a fucking
DeLand, Florida.
mess.
Having a big night tonight. Adam running inside the top 10. Great practice today.
Only 19 years old. And what I like about what he's done, and this goes back to something Kevin had talked about earlier, is not everything's gone his way. And he stayed in the game, and now he finds himself in a good position late as we go. What happened to
oh man.
Hooked up into the outside
that thing
wall.
swung around and hit
when it got scary.
to the right.
Anytime you're sliding down the racetrack with your driver's side toward the oncoming traffic, it's just really scary.
Yeah, that wreck started and
watch.
22 almost careened into him, and
that wreck started getting loose in the corner, and then he overcorrected Loose, 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 and then he overcorrected, and when the speed got down, it goes exactly where the tires are pointed, and that's to the right in the fence. But watch how close this is.
Josh,
oh my gosh.
Just slipping by on the bottom.
Green light is on, Michael. Pit road going to be open.
We've talked about strategy all night. I think. Do you agree, Kevin?
I think they're all going to pit.
Let's all come get our tires.
I think so.
We'll make it an even match to the checker.
Well, if you don't pit here, you're going to go backwards in a hurry on a restart, right?
Yeah, we got 26 trucks on the lead lap, too, so you're going to find yourself in a pretty deep
Good
hole.
old good years. Plus, you fuel that precious fuel to make it to the end.
We've still got a long way to go in this one, but inside of 40 laps to go when we get the restart, you want to establish good track position, which means a lot of pressure on the crews here. Corey Heim.
All right.
Down. Let's go.
Here we go.
I'll start with the 41 of Ross Chastain. He's had to battle all night just to get into the top 10. Came over the radio and said, I'm still just too tight everywhere. Let's move to the 52 of Stuart Friesen. They were tight early in the race. They made some adjustments. He said they got that truck where they needed to be. Doesn't want any adjustments. Just tires and fuel for him. Amanda?
Well, as you'll see, Corey Heim making his way onto the pit road as well. Pretty impressive how this team has rebounded. The crew chief and the team have just been talking through getting this truck back onto the track with just consistency that they're looking for and potential back-to-back win. And then on the 38 of Zane Smith, not much hearing from Zane Smith.
Where are the 13 at?
Battled with grip earlier in the race, but they figured that out as we've gotten settled here to this last.
What happened to the 13? How badly did they fuck up the pit stop? I didn't even see it.
Nick Sanchez, great effort by his group, +2, and Ross Chastain, +4 as he continues to chip away at it here tonight. I'm going to get a restart inside of 40 laps remaining for the trucks at Kansas when we come back.
Where'd she end up?
Ramsey is an award-winning chef.
Okay, 11th. I think? No, that's not right. Maybe? I don't know.
Succeeding in business is not easy, and neither is this competition.
When he puts 15 food entrepreneurs to the test,
make sure that we're hitting that profit margin.
He'll put his own money.
That investment will change my life.
Where his mouth is.
Holy.
Woo! We care about our profits. We're running businesses.
Who will be my food star?
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars premieres Wednesday, May 24th on Fox.
Next on Behind the Series.
Let me tell you about the greatest roster ever assembled.
The monster, the outlaw, and you can't forget about the boss. Sometimes you just want to eat your heroes.
The Subway Series, the greatest menu of all time.
This week is your chance to try any Subway footlong for free, like the Subway Series menu. Just buy any footlong in the app and get one free.
Everyone loves free stuff, Chuck.
Can we get paid in a footlong? Get it before it's gone on the Subway app.
You're spending all your time on a quest for a new job. But you'd rather be on a quest for dragons. You need a way for jobs to venture to you.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Create a free Indeed account, and you no longer have to choose between job searching and socializing. Indeed has thousands of employers ready to search for you.
The PDA Players Championship is coming up in New Jersey. First round action featuring
15.
future Hall
Okay.
of Famer Bill O'Neill,
Lost
one of 5
two
major
spot,
champions.
lost 4 spots on pit road.
38 laps to go. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing at Kansas Speedway. First of 5 consecutive weekends for the tailgaters in action. Darlington next week, North Wilkesboro. End of the month, we go to Charlotte Motor Speedway. So there's Zane Smith. He's third in line as we get set for the choose. Tanner Gray, Tyler Hill stayed out. They had pitted under that last caution. But here it is, the race off pit road. And it shows the importance of that number 1 pit stall. Smith has it, and by that much, he gets Corey Heim, who was the leader when they came down pit road.
Yeah, you don't have to go far here out of the last pit stall. So qualifying matters, Mike.
That's exactly right. Everything matters.
Everything matters. You're all right.
And that's the biggest thing that changed, Adam, since I started racing back in the day. We didn't have all the computers and information these guys have today. And it's just crazy to me, being friends with some of the Cup drivers and some of these truckers, how much y'all study. I watched you when you got up here to the booth to do this race, watching your qualifying laps and seeing how your car handled compared to others. There's just an endless amount of information and stats and data that you have to study in order to be able to go do your job behind the wheel of the race car.
Well, as you know, it used to be trial and error, and you could hide from a lot of the mistakes, and now you can't hide. And you have all the information in the world to go out and fix your problems and help your team and be a part of the process. And I think learning that as soon as you can is important. Holding yourself accountable, making sure you're using the information that is out there, and being honest with yourself. So and this choose, you better pay attention to what's going on.
Well, the first 2 went low, the next 3 go high. That's all dictated about where you want to go, where your truck is the best, but also who might line up and push you.
Great.
That's also something you got to consider.
Tyler Hill starting in the 3rd spot. That could be a disaster waiting to happen.
The tires are about 13 laps older, but we've had a lot of laps under caution. How do you evaluate the tire difference here as Gray will restart on the front row?
Zane Smith is the real question here.
I think it's less than that many laps, and a lot of them are under caution. So I think Gray's in a really good spot on that front row.
A lot of
I didn't notice all the damage.
Tanner Gray, not Taylor
Gray. Yeah, he's been into a few things.
Tanner Gray up there.
It might not like being
Corey
in the truck,
Himes,
Kevin.
the farthest up on new tires.
But that thing's exposed right now.
Well, there's definitely a lot of tape and a lot of bare bond on the front of that Mobil 1.
Where'd Daniel Dye end up? 25th. Oh, man.
Hey, real quick, Matt DiBenedetto, Chris Wright, both evaluated and released from the infield care center.
All right, so that's like
36 laps
a quarter of the field has wrecked out.
Kyle Busch back there in the 10th position. We've been talking a lot about Grant Enfinger.
Actually,
tonight.
one is out by mechanical failure.
Tim
Ross
Veens. Chastain's got a good
with
position.
he did not run out of gas like I might have said earlier. He had a transmission failure.
Right
Here we go. 36 laps to go. Green once more at Kansas.
There they go.
Oh my God, Timmy! Tyler Hill gets yeeted out of the way as expected.
Smith, outside lane, able to take the top spot.
Wow, Tanner Gray getting sucked back like a vacuum. My God, it's like watching a fucking Daytona. And here he comes. Zane Smith almost tried to block, but thought better of it. And Corey Heim, like shot of a cannon, he is in the lead. Oh!
Lost the top spot.
Protect your top side now. Don't let him get to your top.
On pit road, and in one lap, the 11 back on point. He has got a rocket ship tonight.
Boy, that's so good to be able to hang that bottom for a lap or two and make ground doing so.
And Finger, who's going to be high on his heels if he can get past Zane Smith.
With Kyle earlier, he had a tough time finishing those passes, but Corey Heim.
The Tanner Gray is just falling further and further back.
I think that's been a huge help for him. Obviously in the lead.
Ross Chastain up in 4th.
Trying to take 4th away from Ross Chastain.
Yeah, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all running together.
Young versus old. Sanchez looking for his first career victory, and we know how good he is at these types of racetracks. That unbelievable performance last month at Texas when he led 97% of the laps.
Ross Chastain said, Adam, did you just call me old?
Well, you know.
Relative, right?
Ty Majeski is running in 14th, despite his earlier wreck.
Hey, you're in the booth with a man that just turned 60 and one that's about to turn 50. Calm down on the old, okay? And give some love to Taylor Gray, coming off that 8th place finish at Martinsville. Mentioned his success earlier today in ARCA competition, and he's having a night. 7th right now.
I don't think he's done either. He's going to run some.
Oh, Ben Rhodes must have had a problem. He just fell back like 3 or a couple. Never mind. Timing is fucked.
Turned 18.
Or that, or they're running 3 wide.
North Dakota. That's when he began officially his rookie campaign, and he has really shown out.
Never mind. So he just fell back. He actually just fell back that far.
He'll be running for the championship.
Battle for the lead. Here comes Zane Smith to the inside of Corey Haim. And here comes Enfinger with a big run. Oh, he makes a big run to the bottom. And he's to the lead. Wow. As if he was shot out of a cannon. Grant Enfinger in that number 23 Silverado is up front. What a move down the back straightaway in the heartland.
Really good for the first 3 or 4 laps. Grant Enfinger
Oh, baby.
keeps going, but
Corey Haim, though, not letting him get away. Here he comes now to the bottom.
It up. I don't believe that front end's going to stick down there low like it did a lap or
Tony
two.
Breidinger running in the top 20 is so fucking stupid. Can't believe she survived this long.
laps, it picks the rubber up on the racetrack, and so you get 1, maybe 2 laps of clean racetrack to be able to really get some good grip and make some ground. But once the rubber gets back on the track in all 3 grooves, it kind of changes the handling of your truck.
Let's see that again. Oh my god. Like 38 and 11 were almost roughing each other up. 38 tried to block, but 23 got down way to the bottom and soared past. And he is starting to run away a little bit.
That's got to be a hero-like feeling for a driver, Kevin.
Oh, and in these trucks, when they're side by side, you saw Zane Smith have to check up a little bit off the corner, but when they're side by side, it feels like you have 150, 200 more horsepower. I mean, you gain on him so fast, and it looked like he gained on him pretty fast. But I still think, you know, as we've said all night, I think the best truck is in the lead.
Oh, freezing at the wall.
Oh man,
he got in the wall. Used his momentum to get around Sanchez, but then ran out of room on the.
Sanchez trying to pass for 4th.
Hanging in there. This is just too much momentum, and look at it.
Got a little loose. Just kissed it.
Yeah. A slide job that turned into a wall job there, right? Just went right out into the wall.
There's
Kyle Busch making moves up, trying to get past Corey Haim.
Got around Kyle Busch. And Amanda, what's happening with the 51 right now?
Well, I know you guys have been monitoring the radios of some that we don't want to hear on air, so stay clear of Kyle Busch's radio. But essentially, he's saying that this truck is plowing into the track and told his team, you might as well just throw this whole truck away.
I know how Kyle feels when you get in these trucks and you build them.
Oh man, that thing got loose. Trying to get around the 17.
One expectation, and we know Kyle Busch has one expectation when he gets in that truck, and
to
that's
win.
To win. And, they just
big battle right now for 10th between Matt Crafton and Tyler Ankrum. That's the one that goes on your stats.
Being too tight all night
after all.
He's fighting through it, but he showed up to win tonight, and unfortunately, not where he needs to be to get that done.
Tonight's win would have been special, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
100.
And you know he wants that one.
Yeah.
He wants that one under his name. Beside his name.
We were talking earlier today about all the different drivers that have won for Kyle Busch Motorsports over the years. It's a true who's who, and of course Kyle leading the way.
There's that 51 truck. Currently in the 8th spot.
A little slow one soon. You're good this corner.
Here he goes. Kyle Busch now making that pass. Trying to.
And you just see the front of the truck take off, and that's been his problem all night.
No, not able to execute it off exit. But he is. He's got to the bumper of the 17 door. Bumper clear.
Which he did.
Slide job engaged.
Driving that truck.
Kevin coaching Kyle from the broadcast booth. I like it. Hey, right behind them, let's show some respect to Jake Garcia, who's in the top 10.
Yeah, but except that's not Jake Garcia. That's the battle for 10th place. There's Jake Garcia.
Just behind Jake. Tyler Ankrum's in that mix as well. Jake's doing a nice job again. Kevin, when he turned 18 on his 18th birthday, he raced Las Vegas. We were talking down.
He got top 10 on his first race as an 18-year-old. Like, this kid has a lot of talent.
Pretty smart. You ought to be scared going out here at 180.
Trying to chase down now Taylor Gray, who's consistently moving backwards.
In that race at Vegas, what a great job!
Yeah, and I watched Jake race a few late model races, and he does a great job.
Here, 3 wide for 10th, the 13, the 16, and the 88.
Is there going to be another?
Darn it! We lost a spot.
Ankrum got that 10th spot away from Crafton. Looked like Haley had dibs on it down on the bottom, but she just couldn't.
Nah, I mean, with the lap trucks in the way, that was going to be almost impossible. Figured it was, she correctly deduced it was smarter to back out. Now she just got to get it back. I think 10th is probably her ceiling for today, which would be wonderful.
There goes Crafton back.
As long as the 16 and the 88 are battling it out, she has the shot to catch back up.
Very often does it?
No, it's so tempting to go down there, and then you get about halfway through the corner, and you're like, oh man, now I'm going to be 2 trucks behind, and it just
why are we staring at
all your momentum.
Or maybe
so
I
the
spoke
middle
too
and the
soon.
top that are the best places to go, unless you can run the bottom and slide right up.
These 2 aren't done yet.
Just gotta catch back up. That sucked.
32 is Brett Holmes. He's 16.
Where are you? This battle for 16th, yeah. Brett Holmes and Wallace Allen. Catching to Ben Rose is in 15th.
Tony Breidinger, she's 18.
Unbelievable.
Nice
right behind her? You mean 3 seconds behind? Oh, for fuck off.
Jake Garcia weighing more.
Craftsman, 20 to go at Kansas for the Truck Series, where Grant Enfinger is leading. Made a nice pass getting by Corey Heim and Zane Smith. Hasn't exactly pulled away. In fact, his advantage was less than a second probably for 8-10 laps, but right now it's getting up over a second. He's starting to stretch it just a bit over Corey Heim.
Every lap by Adam, he's just about a 10th better. That's all. But you know, Kevin, as a driver, you try every which way you can to figure out how to erase that 10th of lap deficit, trying different lines, the way you're rolling.
Yeah, maybe that last
just keeps getting bigger. That's
save might have taken everything out of the 13.
In the trucks,
sucks.
You're so close to wide open.
12th place.
Not lifting much.
Okay, it would have been nice for a top 10, but
in the groove
26
that you want,
points
like
ain't
Grant
bad.
is, and we feel like he has the best truck all night.
I don't think she'll make the. I don't think she'll make the playoffs, but it'll be a good points day. So we're not going to beat Garcia or Sanchez today, or Friesen.
First 4 or 5 laps, but
pass Hocevar, but it doesn't matter because he's already got to win.
Consistently fast lap times.
Well, we will pass Purdy though, I think.
47 laps tonight, so statistically he has been the one. For those of you looking for the PBA Players Championship, we will get you there at the conclusion of this race. It follows the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, racing here at Kansas. 18 laps remaining, just said it. Grant Enfinger's been the one, 47 laps out front. Some really good racing inside the top 10. We update the progress of rookie Jake Garcia getting by fellow rookie Taylor Gray. A couple of high school seniors battling in the top 10 here at Kansas.
Taylor Gray told us earlier today he's already graduated, Adam. He homeschooled and graduated in February from high school.
I want to go back and talk about Tony Breidinger. You mentioned just a minute ago, first ever start and the first Arab American to race, a woman to race in the Truck Series, and doing an outstanding job and doing it through time.
That's putting it very generously.
The ARCA event earlier and bounces out here tonight. Throw in, the practice and qualifying that comes with that, but first opportunity in the one truck for Tricon.
She's kept it clean. I'll give her that. Gonna finish top 20 unless something really stupid happens.
If you just keep your truck rolling around making solid laps with all the attrition, you're going to wind up with a good finish. And I think that's obviously probably the goal tonight for Tony, to be able to just go out there, run all the laps, and finish the race. And tonight it's going to result in probably a decent finish.
Yeah, and the thing about it, you get to learn. You get to get that experience and see what it's like as your tires go off and what your balance is like. She just puts all that in the bank and be able to be better next time she goes out.
And those are the drivers that are racing twice in one day here at Kansas.
And that's a full day's work today, because it has been warm. And as a driver, when you get into those situations like we are today, where you get a super hot day that you weren't expecting and it's the first one of the year, it takes a toll on you. So racing twice is quite a feat today.
And as we talk about that one truck, next couple of weeks, Bubba Wallace behind the wheel.
Yep.
Darlington in North Wilkesboro. We look forward to that.
Got a little Willie B action as well, is it? Don't we?
North Wilkesboro, yes.
Driving for Kyle Busch. Maybe he'll be the one to get that 100th win.
No, that would be cool. He got Kyle Busch to win it, made him the winningest all time. So he got win number 50 and 51.
His last of 2023.
I think. No, wait, no, he didn't get win number 50. No, he didn't.
We've seen him creep up
Bell got
closer
win
to
number
the
50,
wall.
I think.
And usually when you have a tight truck, you can move up closer to the wall and help it turn. And he's shallow entry and center of the corner right up next to the wall, trying to help that thing turn.
There's Ross Chastain. He started from the back and has made his way all the way up to the 6th spot. So not the truck he was hoping to have tonight, I don't think, but steadily consistent, misses the wrecks and is trying to fight his way into the top 5.
Talk about the ARCA drivers doing double duty. Ross Chastain, Kyle Busch, those that will race tonight and tomorrow. Brent Poole also on that list. Coverage tomorrow, race day at 2 Eastern time from here in Kansas on FS1, and we'll have race coverage on FS1 as well at 3 o'clock. Grant Enfinger coming into the race had led 3 laps this season. Wow.
GMS, by the way, would probably announce at least their Cup team, Legacy Motor Club, would switch to Toyota. So that a Toyota switch for this team is probably imminent.
Always runs well here. Problems there for the 98.
Oh, jeez. Still?
I think that left front tire maybe.
I think it's the right front.
No.
I hope Enfinger doesn't see that. He doesn't want to.
The left front has no Goodyear lettering.
Yeah, the whole front is a mess. The front is a mess, Michael.
Bad day for the points leader, who hasn't won a race yet.
I think right front's flat.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the right front. I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
Well, like you said, as Grant Enfinger swings by and he gets into pit road with 10 to go, that's a good feeling.
How about it, Amanda?
Adam, I talked to Grant yesterday just how he feels about 7 races.
It's 18 trucks on the lead lap.
3 top 10 finishes we've seen out of him. He said that they have not been where they wanted to be, but the truck has just had so much great potential, but they've just had little mistakes here and there. He said that the key to the race tonight was going to be that the restarts would be huge, and wow, have we seen that out of Grant Enfinger here tonight.
And let's give some credit to the man right of your screen, Crew Chief Jeff Hensley, who's been around forever in the Craftsman Truck Series, and someone who just knows how to massage on these things. And we know you practice during the day, you race at night, it's cooled off. It was sunshine when we began. We're full darkness now, racing under the lights. That puts a lot of pressure on the man on the pit box.
Well, when we had our race teams at KHI, Jeff Hensley was one of my favorite employees that we ever had. He was always calm. He was always, if he didn't know, he'd say, "I don't know," and he was always just
weaving through the
straight up
traffic.
honest with you, and just such a simple person. So it's
is it the one just getting lapped,
definitely
or at least he's coming up to lap the
to
one?
have on the pit box. You see
18,
right there.
the 15 just got lapped though. Now the one's about to get lapped.
No, don't do that. He does not want anybody cheering behind him to jinx anything that's happening. So that's an old school racer right there saying, "Hey, no cheering. We're not racing. No, don't cheer until the race is over."
You know what's great, Adam? We talked so much about the youth movement in the truck series. We've got 4 teenagers in this race.
I wonder like how many trucks. Some of the trucks, I wonder, maybe run out of fuel. I don't know.
But yet, Grant Enfinger, 38 years old, out there pacing the field. That's one for the old guys, I'd say, with the average age of the competition.
The 15 and I remember who stayed out. 15 did, all the trucks that stayed out are already way back.
Corey Heim, Carson Hocevar.
Well, I think having a veteran
okay, the
like
one
Grant
just got
Enfinger
lapped
in the series is great for the series because it gives a
wow. Wallace Allen lapped, Ben Rhodes lapped,
and he has been such a
6 to go.
A constant contender to lead races and win races, and I just like the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Been racing his whole life. It's all he wants to do. Just an update though. Starting to close it down a little bit is Corey Heim. He was over 2 seconds back. Now he's got it down to 1.8. A little bit of traffic.
Yeah,
there.
with 6 to
He's
go.
dealing
I mean,
with.
he'd have to gain a few tenths a lap in order to make that work, and he won't.
Of that 23 truck. Only got to make 5 more laps. The 23 truck is thinking one thing: nobody wreck, please. Let's just finish this baby off.
Yeah, and as a driver, you're sitting in these positions thinking, okay, just 4 more laps. Just let me get to the start finish line. Let me see the white flag. That's all I want to do. We've got a huge lead. We're in control of the race, and I just want to get to the white flag.
Going around the 32, the lap truck of Brett Holmes. 4 to go this time.
Military appreciation on that Chevy Silverado.
Battle for 16th between Lon LaSalle and Tony Breidinger.
So well, thanking and saluting those.
And Ben Rhodes.
That keep our nation free and great.
Last win for Grant Enfinger when he won in the playoffs last year. Playoff opener at IRP.
3 to go.
3 laps to go. A win tonight will get him back into the postseason. As we hit the halfway point in the regular campaign here this evening. 8 of 16 will be done in the regular season when the checkered flag goes in the air. And Grant
All right,
Enfinger
come on.
Wasn't
the driver I would have necessarily rooted for, but I can't say no to a Chevrolet win.
It's a great month of May, isn't it, for the trucks? Getting ready to go to...
Great month of May for all sports, and for all motorsports, basically. All right, it'll be 2 to go. 3 miles left in the Heartland.
Well, and even though Grant's one of the old guys, I mean, he hasn't raced there either, Michael. I'm one of the old guys and hadn't raced there. You probably have.
I have. There's Haley. She's doing a great job in 12th position.
They couldn't. They just couldn't resist.
Reporter Daniel Dye just behind her. There's Danny.
Be a career best for him.
Yeah. It's been up and down, but he's done a nice job.
It's kept it rolling.
We got some issues.
Huh? Oh.
Back to the white flag.
Last lap. Here we go.
1 lap to go.
Grant Enfinger has 1.5 miles to go for his first ever win at Kansas specifically. He's got about a 4-second lead.
Laps led.
I gotta give it.
Dominated the last hard part of the race. Has had a great truck the whole time, and now 38-year-old from Fairhope, Alabama, is about to take home career win number 8 out of turns 3 and 4. Grant Enfinger wins the Heart of America 200.
At Kansas.
Now y'all can.
And a win for GMS.
Love that smile.
Heim 2nd, Zane Smith 3rd, Friesen 4th, Chastain 5th, Sanchez 6th, Bush 7th, Garcia 8th, Taylor Gray 9th, and Tyler Ankrum 10th. We didn't hit any of the goals I
It's like when you hit a home run and you go around the bases
just have to
faster
keep
than
building
when you hit
myself
one
out of
into
the hole.
gap, right?
Grant's a great competitor. I mean, he loves to race.
All right, thank y'all for watching. I've ultimately decided no stream tomorrow.
Great truck racer.
And there's Daniel Dye congratulating him. I can't afford to do a stream tomorrow. I don't have the time.
On some of those restarts.
But thank you so much for whoever came today. Fun to watch today. Kansas is still one of my favorite tracks. This is BowserJrXD signing off. See you next week for Darlington.